Hello and welcome. We are Chad and Claire, and we've been living in this van for an entire year, and we are finally going home.
I built this house around you. It was never meant for two.
So from our final stop in the Badlands, we're gonna try to book it back home to my home base over the span of 3 days, and it's over 20 hours of driving. So we just got back to the van after visiting the Dignity statue, and the statue is a 50-foot tall stainless steel depiction of a Dakota woman. And what was really cool about it was the sculptor that actually made the statue used 3 Native American women to model the final woman that we saw, Dignity. And the women that he used were 15 years old, 29, and 55. So basically, he modeled all of their different face shapes and features in order to create this one statue. So the meaning of the statue was actually to represent the Dakota people and their courage and perseverance and wisdom. So it's a really cool tribute because you really don't see a lot of Native American tributes, which is really sad, and I'd love to see more of them. Maybe I just need to seek them out more, but this one is really awesome. And I love that it's right off the main highway, so a lot of people can get educated and learn about this.
We've been driving for 6 hours now, and we went through the entire state of South Dakota from west side all the way to the east side, and we've just now dipped into Iowa, finally. And South Dakota was very much like that song lyric, Amber Waves of Grain, and literally it goes on for miles and miles, like there's just nothing in sight. And so now that we've dipped down into Iowa, there are actually trees popping out of nowhere and lots of fields of what seems to be corn. So that is my observation of the drive so far. I really don't have much to do because I don't have any music on my phone. I'm not driving, I'm just like literally sitting on my butt right here. But a lot of contemplation time, I guess, which is good. Chad is enjoying an audiobook. He's having a grand old time. I'm just like taking my 5th nap of the day and just trying to figure out what else I can think of in my little brain. I'm going crazy. We are taking a break to make some dinner, and we are having some omelets tonight, and Chad will actually be cooking because I need to edit a video. Bravo, Chad. The omelets broke, so he had to scramble them, but it still looks good. And we're going to take a break, watch some Netflix, and then get right back to work.
Yay.
So remember at the beginning of our road trip when we were being eaten alive by bugs? It's happening again, and I have like trauma from it. I'm so scared.
There's so many bugs.
It bit me on the bottom of my foot, and I have like so many bug bites just all over my legs. But we have to finish a video because we're about to drive farther away from the city, so we're stressfully living our last few days in the van.
Alright, so we have finished uploading the video. It is all good and all set for tomorrow morning. We will hopefully be back on track very soon so that we're not always behind on these videos. But we're actually going to drive an hour and a half, a little bit farther, in order to make it to a nice halfway point for the night. And it's just a better place to park because currently we're at a Wendy's and it's just not even possible to park here. So we're going to drive, and I know that we're going to be super tired. So I'm just going to go ahead and end it here, and we will see you guys in the morning.
Good morning, guys. Last night was a wild night to say the least, but we have now awoken and we have another 9 hours to drive today, so it's gonna be another long driving day. Last night we both basically passed out because we were so tired, and we got to sleep with like 10 other flies that were just joining us in the van. We had some great company. They were landing on my body all night long.
And they're still with us.
Yeah, they're still here with us, you know, just overstaying their welcome, but it's okay. It's the last day in the van. So we are heading towards Nashville, and we are currently in Missouri, I believe just near Kansas City, and we are about to head towards St. Louis. Just me and my fly friend. We're gonna be best friends by the time we get to Nashville.
we just drove through St. Louis and we are more than halfway back. And one thing that I am noticing is that all the trees and the plants are starting to look like home. Even the birds are sounding like the birds that I grew up with. And I'm just getting really excited to be back.
Yeah, it's crazy how from South Dakota you just see trees.
Head east toward I-64 East.
The GPS obviously really wants us to go, but I was saying it's really interesting from South Dakota when you're driving farther and farther south, trees just start popping out of the ground, and now we're like completely surrounded by trees, whereas just a couple hours ago it was rather sparse. And so I'm really excited to be back in the South. It's been a while, but even the humidity is kind of like, oh, it's like home.
Yeah, we're sweating a little bit anytime we get out of the van, and I'm just like, this is what home's like.
We are at yet another gas station. I believe this is the 6th one so far, and we've spent probably around $100 on gas, but the gas prices are going down the farther south we drive, so that's a good thing. Oh, we are so close. 22 minutes away.
Oh, my back. I can't wait to stand up.
Driving into Nashville, and so many fireworks are going off because it's the 4th of July. It's like a welcome home celebration. We have made it to Nashville. You guys might remember this house from our East Coast series. We are at Chad's childhood friend's house, Liam and Camilla.
Liam and...
Hello! Hi everyone! How are you? Good! Tonight we have Chef Liam making us a lovely dinner. The greatest host in the world. Wow.
Jeez.
Poppable eggs.
Just presentation. I'm so stressed. Don't be so stressed about
Ramen's hard.
Ramen is hard.
I hope the noodles aren't soggy.
Dude,
They
I
look
will not mind
amazing.
at all if they are.
We literally told Liam that we were just coming like on the way, and he's like, I think I'll prepare you something. We're like, we're gonna film it. And he's like, oh. Yeah, you're a good cook, Liam.
Yeah, thank you. You've always been into food.
That's why I chose him as a mate.
Mate, do you want spicy chili crisp?
We finished it in record time.
Yes. There's still more and Chad should eat it.
I could.
So good. This is our bed for the night.
And I am so excited to sleep because we had a 9-hour drive today and we have 2 more hours tomorrow. So we're gonna get some shut-eye and we will see you guys in the morning.
We are officially on the road this morning, and we have 2 hours to get from Nashville, Tennessee to Chattanooga, Tennessee, which is one of our home bases, and also where we started our van trip an entire year ago. So it's so crazy. Everything has gone full circle, and we are finally returning home. Oh boy, 20 minutes left. Will our transmission make it?
Yes, it definitely will.
We've been asked multiple times whether our engine has ever gone out or if we've ever had any major issues with the van, and the van has done us so well. We are at the very last little bit of our trip and it's still running fine, and we have put, I believe, 30,000 miles on it. So what a trooper Rover is, definitely. And let's see, 230,000 miles on this vehicle, and we haven't had any major issues, so we are just very blessed.
So we are probably 5 minutes away from my parents' house, and we had to fill up on gas one final time.
And we did want to reflect on this entire year of travel, but that's actually going to be in our documentary, which is going to be our next video.
Yeah.
But because we are ending the road trip here, and of course it is our last USA vlog, we want to share a couple of our thoughts at the present moment.
So for me, the year in the van is really going to impact my life so much going forward. There's a lot of things that I will no longer take for granted, and I want to make sure that I'm very thoughtful that I won't take for granted, like showers and refrigerators and
A flushable toilet.
Yeah, a flushable toilet, all
being
of
able
that.
to stand in your own home.
Yeah.
So many things, even AC, heat, being able to wash your clothes with an in-unit washer dryer. There's just so many things that I feel like we're so grateful for now, and even just like being able to have had the van while traveling and having that shelter was just, there's just so much to be grateful for there.
Yeah, there are so many moments where we could have been like in a tent or literally outside, and it just would have been a very different experience than having the luxury of even having this vehicle.
Yeah, definitely.
So going forward, I just want to be very conscious of that and not take other things for granted. So yeah, that's definitely what I think this year has done for me, for both of us.
So this time in the van, it feels like we've only been in here for a second, but at the same time, it feels like we've been in here for a lifetime. It's just crazy how time has been...
very distorted.
Yeah.
Like it's just so long and so quick at the same time. So with all of that said, this year has been phenomenal, and we can't wait for a documentary to come out to kind of recap it all in a bigger light. But we're gonna head back up and go see my parents.
Yeah, and we will see you guys in 8 days with our documentary.